Good afternoon, good morning, good evening everybody, New Get Good here and welcome back to the Demon edition of the Faction Wars Battles Max Abilities. So if this is the first video that you've seen of this, what I do is I take a Gear 11, level 80 characters, all with max abilities, within each faction and pit them against one another to find out who the best, for instance on this one, Demon character is, and then I'll take the winners of each of the different factions, put them into a grand final to ultimately find out who the best character 1v1 is, I should say, with max abilities. So as you can see, and as I've said, this is the Orc faction. Oh my god, Demon faction, Paul. Demon faction. It's been a long recording stint. Demon faction. So who have we got in here? So obviously because of the amount of people, there are some buys. So Shader and Punch of Face have got buys. That was drawn randomly. Details in the description. So they move straight into the semi-finals. So we have Kira versus Venomat. That's a really good sort of synergy battle if they were paired to one another. And then we have Mega Wheel versus Xantara. The winner of the Kira Venomat will fight Shader. The winner of the Mega Wheel Xantara will face Puncher Face. They'll contest the semi-finals, and then we'll go into the final and ultimately get to the winner, who will move into the grand final. But much ado, I'm going to set up the Kira Venomat battle, and I'll cut to that battle straight away for you. So here we go, Venomat is sat ready to go, and as always, I'll always try and open up with this screen so you can see that it is what I've said it is on the tin. So there it goes. We now need to bring up the Demon faction, and it is Kira. Let's get that battle going. So as you probably see here, everything's maxed, and I've got like 8.8 million Dracoins. That's because this is on the test server, and I won't be able to do this without the developers giving me access to that test server. Also, I always try and pick the fastest character first. So in this case, it's Kira. She has a 140 speed against Venomat at 129, hence why they're quite close. Just so I can set this up, and if I want to waffle, there's no action missing, and you're not really missing anything. And then all I do is click the auto button, and I don't touch the screen until the end. So let's do that and get this underway. Kira opens up with a hit. Venomat obviously has that poison, which is useful. So it's about 50-50 here. There's the ability block and the poison, though. Down to half health, both of them. Visibility and the daze. Poisoned. Is it going to hit? It does hit. That missed. She'd probably been died. But Kira takes out her colleague Venomat, moves into the semi-finals, and she'll face Shader in that battle. But first up, before that, we have Mega Wheel versus Xantara. I'm going to set that battle up, and we'll get it going quick as possible for you. Mega Wheel is set to get going. Let's go in. Let's bring up the Demon faction. I can't read Demon. That's always nice. It's got Xantara. Xantara, the winner of the level 1 abilities because of that heal that she has, or had, I should say. Is that still going to be the same on this one? Up against Mega Wheel. Looking about the same sort of health-ish. A little bit more shield on Mega Wheel. But let's get going. So he's got Pain up. But that's a big crit. So it's about 50-50 on shield yet. But Xantara starts doing more when she gets into health. And they're going to go into health roughly the same time. So health down into yellow health for Mega Wheel. Half health now. And then bang, health heals back up again. Cheat Death is up for Mega Wheel. Is that going to really matter? He's into the red. But it doesn't matter. Because look, bang, she gets back to half health. He needs to one hit her. He can't. The heal of Xantara is amazing. I really love her as a healer in the game anyway. She parts of my raid teams and whatnot. But Xantara takes out Mega Wheel. You're going to need a multi-hit person against that to live with it. So Xantara moves into the second semi-final where she'll face off against Puncher Face. But first up we have Shader versus Kira. I will bring that one up to you now. Kira is ready. Let's get it going into Demon. Remembered where it was. And she is going against Shader. Let's get that battle started. Obviously Shader has that leader ability, I should say, of 20% lifesteal, which is pretty decent, and then 30% chance to inflict slow, I think, when there's a debuff. Haven't really looked at Shader too much. I haven't unlocked him yet in the game, even though my guild is now doing tier 7 raids, so kudos to them. But let's get going. Boom, there's that slow with defense down. Yeah, could be Shader quite quickly here. Kira is down into half health, down into red health, and then bang, Shader, within 10 seconds, takes that victory pretty easily, actually. So Shader will move into the final. Is that enough to go against Xantara or Punch Face? We'll find out. That's the next battle coming up. But Shader performed stonkingly on that one, which is, yeah, surprising. So Shader moves into the final. I'm going to set up Xantara, Punch Face. Less talking, Paul, more action, and let's get it going. Punch Face is set. Let's go in and load up Xantara here. And it's not a goblin pool. Come on. Xantara. There we go. No leadership ability on both of these. Yeah, this is I think it's going to be Xantara's. Purely that heal is pretty darn powerful. But let's find out. Speed-wise, they're very, very close. Only one speed between them. So yeah, that's not a factor. And let's go. So neck and neck, punch of face. I think he gets some turn meter off from hitting as well. So yeah, still neck and neck, but down into half health each. He needs to hit. He needs to hit again. And a defeat. Punch of face just needed to probably take that extra turn to wipe out Xantara. But again, a lot closer battles with these maxed abilities than when they were sort of level 1 base abilities. Even though we sort of, apart from the last one, similar sort of results. But Xantara moves into that final to go against Shader. I still think Xantara's got this. That heal is so powerful. It is that good. But Xantara, Shader, final. Let's get it set up and find out who is going to move into the grand final. So Xantara is set for that final battle. The only thing we got left to do is to bring in Shader. Now I was having a quick look at Shader because again, it's not a character I've really looked at too much. So I haven't unlocked him in game. And he has a stun, he has a slow, he has that lifesteal, and he does big damage. So it could give Xantara a run for his money if he times that stun well. But my money's still on Xantara here. That heal is so overpowered. But let's get it going for the final of the Demon Faction. Let's go. So there's the slow and the armor decrease. There's that stun, armor down, but it's still neck and neck, even with all of this stuff. She got resisted. Oh, there's that big hit. And then armor down, she's going to heal back up again. 50-50 here. They're going in between yellow and not. Down into the red though. No stun. Back up to yellow. He's got that health still. He needs a big hit here. He doesn't get it. Xantara's... Oh, there's a stun. And then death immunity. And there it is. There it is. Shader times that big hit in... when it could well, I would say one-shot killer, but just kill her in one hit with the health that she has. Xantara was doing well to heal up and stuff, but it got close, down into the reds. But Shader takes the win, moves into the grand final. So that the last two battles we've done, Hardock and Shader, turning up for the books against the sort of the reigning champions. So yeah. Shader into the final. Next is the last faction before the grand final. That is the Panda Faction. So leave a comment down below which panda you think is going to make it into the grand final. This obviously does include Hilda as well, going through now that she is in the game and I can showcase her. So yeah, Panda Faction is up next. Leave a comment, subscribe if you like the content. If you don't like the content or you think there's improvements, give it a thumbs down please. And just let me know in the comments why you think that, and I will try and improve the content for you, as this is a hobby for me. I want to try and do the best I can. But in the meantime, my name is Paul, aka Newbie Get Good. This has been the Faction Wars Demon Edition. Up next, as I said, is Pandas, and I'll see you for that one.